Okay, here is a depiction of the Battle Green the morning of April the 19th, 1775. First thing we will note here is the belfry. It's a shed basically with a structure on top holding the bell. That will be the reverse 911 operation of the day. That bell will be called. If there's an emergency, you will come and then you will learn the nature of the emergency. This other large building here would be the townhouse, which is or the meeting house. That would be another name for the church. That would be a large building in 1773 because it would have to house the entire population of the town, which was 600 people in 1773. Looking out there, that is the road from Boston into Lexington and continuing then out towards Concord. This here is the Battle Green, and you will see it's surrounded by roads. It's a triangle here. Looking into the distance, that is the town road out to Foxford, and you will see a building up there on the outskirts of that. That is what's known as the Lincoln Clark parsonage. That house there on the right hand side, that house belongs to a fellow called Jonathan Harrington Jr. You will see him depicted lying down right there in the center. He's not able to get up, he's been shot. He's got to crawl from here all the way over to the house. At the footsteps of the house, he dies in front of his wife and children, and that house, of course, is still in existence. Now, what happened was the English would have came out from Boston, 750 total. If you focus in there, you will see also where an American has been killed out on the road. That man was not from the town of Lexington. That man is from the town of Woburn, across the way 5 miles, who happened to be just in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was killed by the redcoats coming into town at about 5:15 in the morning. Now remember, Lexington was just a town on the way from Boston out to Concord. It wasn't their destination, it was just a place that had their militia mustered. Those militia would have stayed overnight in Buckman's Tavern that you see over there depicted. And the number of the Lexington militia would have been about exactly 77, not about at all. And they will come out onto the green and they'll be formed into 2 rows here. And their commander is a fellow called Captain John Parker. They are out on the green to show a force of defiance against the much larger 750. They were not out there to stop and impede them or shoot at them. They were just out there to make a point of principle. Now the redcoats will come out onto the green and they will be commanded up in front by Major John Pitcairn. He will order the American rebels to lay down their arms and disperse. They will certainly disperse, but not lay down their arms. When that is about to occur, a shot is fired. Some people say it was fired by an individual referred to as the man behind the stone wall over there. He would be an American, he would be an agent of provocateur. We're not really sure whether he existed at all, but anyway, some people say he was the guy that fired the first shot. Some other people say no, the first shot was fired from the upstairs window of Buckman's Tavern. Some other people say no, it was one of the Americans retreating that fell and discharged his weapon. All the Americans will say that no, it was the redcoats that fired first. Some will even say that the shot that killed the man out on the road was the shot that got the ball rolling. But once one shot was fired, then the entire English redcoats here in front, they would have fired a volley into the American side, and they will follow it up with a bayonet charge. The Americans will have to flee into the distance. When it's all over, there is 6 dead Americans out here on the green. There's 1 additional American out here who was killed going into the powder house. Sorry, not the powder house, but the meeting house. And then number 8 was the poor fellow who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bottom line is, there was 8 dead Americans, 14 wounded Americans. The Red Cross suffered no casualties whatsoever. 2 guys got grazed slightly, one of which was grazed by friendly fire. And that was happening at 5:30 in the morning on Lexington Green in 1775. That was the first skirmish of that day's event. Thank you very much for watching.